Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. Taking it about the 36. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground, ETN, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Lawrence That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 33, here's a second down and 6. A give, it's ETN off the option. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd down and 1. They'll run with ETN. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
They certainly probably had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now we'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jags are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
23 yards the pick up there.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He gets away from one, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Slot man moves right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. ETN once more. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Deontay Hardy back deep. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Allen now on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To the air, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 3rd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Jags. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 9. Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and a couple. And to throw again is Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run, and when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
He may go back to the huddle, have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to the ground with Etienne. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 12. Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 38 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw, Lawrence shoves him aside. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as they get this up across the 30-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking downfield for Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Allen and the Bills now down by 2 touchdowns, 2:23 to play. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Throwing, Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down. To throw is Allen. And that It's complete to Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And Diggs will have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
First down, Buffalo.
Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's second and a yard. Allen. That is caught by Shakir. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's first down. Throwing is Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Allen. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. And maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out in the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.